Okay, good morning. Today we will start with a new lesson. But before talking about our new lesson, let's revise what did we say on the previous lesson. We said that if we have if I have a function that we said that the function is f of x equal x squared minus or plus bx plus c. This function we said it's a quadratic. Why it's a quadratic? Because the highest power here is 2. We said that this is the quadratic expression. If we put an function f of x before it or y, it's now a function. And we said that we will learn now how can we find or how can we graph this function. Now, for this one here, we said that here we have an A. A, it makes an effect. B, it makes an effect. And C, it makes an effect. So both all of A, B, and C has an effect on the graph. Let's start with A. We said that if A is positive, if A is positive, that means the graph or the U shape or the parabola open their hands upward. If A is negative, the parabola open their hands downward. If A is negative, there's a maximum, the vertex has a maximum point, and if there's A is positive, the vertex has a minimum point. So A, it can tell me if the shape is open their hands upward or downward, and also A can tell me if the shape is wider or the shape is wide or narrow. We said that if the absolute value of A or if the absolute value of the coefficients of x is greater than 1, it makes the shape narrowest. If the absolute value less than 1, it makes the shape widest. So A, it tells me about the direction of the shape. Is it upward or downward? And is the shape wide or narrow? So this is now for A. And also we talked about C. We said also if sometimes the shape is 2x squared plus 3 or 2x squared minus 3, what does it mean? That means C, it tells me about where the vertex of the shape will be. This is for C. So in this we said, or we talked about f of x. We talked about f of x equal x squared. We know how can we draw it. We said that if we have f of x equal 2x squared, we know how can we draw it or how we graph it. And also f of x equal 2x squared minus 3. That means I shift the parabola downward. Or if it is 2x squared plus 3, I shift the parabola downward.
Teacher, are you talking?
No, I'm sorry, I'm coming back now. So this is now, so here we talked about how can we graph x squared. It's like this. How can we graph 2x squared? It will be more narrowest. And how can we graph 2x squared minus 3? So let's do it here. If we have now let's remind us how can we sketch them. But oh, can say like this one here. So if you want now to graph f of x equal x squared, we say that this is we have them like this. This is an x-axis and this is the y-axis. And if we have now like this one, this is for x squared. So this is for x squared. We call them the parent function. And if we want now to graph ax squared, to graph ax squared, it depends on a. If a is great, the absolute value of a is greater than 1, like 4x squared, it comes like this. It will be more narrowest. So this one now this is the shape now for 4x squared. If I'm talking about 1 over 6 x squared, it's less than 1, so it will be more widest. So the brown one here now for 1 over 6 x squared. So this is how this is how the shape of or the coefficients of a affect. Now, also we said that if I have f of x equal x squared plus 2, what does it mean? If I say it now, it's like ax squared plus c. Here, until now, there is no b of x. We said that the quadratic function is ax squared plus bx plus c. There is no b until now. I have only now a and c. This value of c, if b is 0, it tells me where the vertex of the function. Since now it's x squared plus 2, that means I shift the shape. Where's x squared? It is the blue one, sorry. So that means I shift the blue shape. Let's put here a numbers now like this. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's draw them now. X squared plus 2 or f of x equal 4x squared minus 5 and f of x equal 1 over 6 squared plus 3. Let's now see. For the first one, x squared plus 2. X squared, where's x squared? The blue one. Plus 2, that means I shift them up 2 times or 2 units. The second one, 4x squared minus 5. That means I shift them 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the second one, 4x squared minus 5. The last one, 1 over 6 x squared plus 3. That means I shift this shape now 3 units up. This is now for the 1 over x squared plus c. So this is for the blue one. It was for x squared plus 2. The brown one, it was 1 over 6 x squared plus 3. That means I make them wider, then I shift it by 3. The f of x, 4x squared minus 5, I make them more narrowest, then I shift it 5 to the down. or 5 downward. This is how can we learn out by now. How can this is the two things we learn. How can we graph the quadratic functions? A, it tell me about how the function, how the U curve will be. Is it wide or narrow? Is it open, her hands upward or downwards? The value of C, it tell me where the function, where the vertex. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Where the function? Where the vertex of the shape? This is now what we learned until so far, how to graph the quadratic function. Now let's continue. So this is the standard form, y equal ax squared plus bx plus c. A, if a is 0, that means the parabola opens down. If a is greater than 0, it's open up. It's if the absolute value of a is greater than 0, it means it's skinny. Look at this graph here. It's so small. It's so narrow. But if the absolute value of a is less than 0, the graph is wide. This is for a. Let's talk about c. Now, if the function is ax squared plus bx plus c, it tells me about the y-intercept. We will talk about it today. If b is 0, like the previous examples, like this. If y is 3x squared minus 5, and if y is 3x squared plus 4x minus 5. This 3, it tells me that of this function, from its, I know that it's open their hands upward, widest, and minus 5, that's mean I shift them 5 to the down. This 5, it tells me about the how much shift shall I go up or go down with the U curve. If it is when the standard form, this negative 5, it tells me about the y-intercept of the shape. We will talk about it today. So by now, we've seen that C. By now, we know only these two things. A, it tells me about how the shape will be, and C, it tells me about where the function. Let's see now, what's the role of B? B, what makes? It tells me about what? Let's see. This is our lesson today. Today, we will start with the graphing quadratic function of the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. In the previous lesson, we learned how can we graph x squared, ax squared, and ax squared plus c. Today, we will learn how can we graph ax squared plus bx plus c. Here we have a b. They told me here now b, tell me about the position of the axis of symmetry. In the previous one, if you remembered, we say that let's come back here. Here, we say that for this one, there's no b. What does it mean? That means the axis of symmetry is when y equals 0. Since there's no b, it's mean like b is 0. That means the axis of symmetry is the y-axis. So if you have it like y equal x squared, or y equal 3x squared, or y equal 2x squared minus 5, all of them, the axis of symmetry here is the y-axis. But here now, in this lesson, we have a b. The line of symmetry is not the y-axis. We will find the line of symmetry. Look at these functions. Now look at these graphs here. The first one is for 2x squared plus 2x. The second one for 2x squared plus 4x. Look how all of them, the parent function is 2x squared. But here, the first one is 2 plus 2x. The second one plus 4x. The third one plus 6x. So, as I told you, the magnitude or the value of b, it told me about the axis of the symmetry. Look here, the axis of symmetry. This is for the axis of symmetry. It's at point 2. Here, it's at point negative 1.5. So, the value of b affects the axis of symmetry. Let's see now how can we graph the function if there's a value of b.
Teacher, why are they saying that x equal negative half instead of saying y?
Sorry?
His teacher, that in the previous lesson, the axis of symmetry was at y. And now in this lesson,
yeah, because before that, the b is 0. That's mean, today I will tell you why. Because when b is 0, to find the axis of symmetry, there's a formula that say negative b over 2a. But since b is 0, so at y equals 0 will be the axis of symmetry. Or at the y-axis. Where y equals 0 at the y-axis.
Sorry, miss, by mistake.
and now
Because of the
there's
internet
b,
connection.
so
No, yes, no, there's a b. Look, here there's a value of b. Before that, we said like it's 2x squared only plus 0b. From today, we will learn that to find the axis of symmetry, there's a formula said that y, or we said negative b over 2a. This is a way how can we find the line of symmetry. Negative b over 2a, what does it mean? Where is b? It is 0. There's no b. It is 0. 0 over anything, 0. That's mean at y equals 0, this is the line of symmetry. Where is the y equals 0? It is on the y-axis. That's why on the y-axis here, this is the line of symmetry.
okay.
Now I will explain it more.
And now the line of symmetry is, it will be told by b.
Yes. So now here the graph of the quadratic function. To graph ax squared plus bx plus c, at the line we need to find these things. We need to find the vertex, we need to find the line of symmetry, and the other points to graph the shape. To find now the axis of symmetry, okay, we use this formula, x equal negative b over 2a. When I found negative b over 2a, when I found this number, this will be the axis of symmetry, x equal negative b over 2a. Then after that, I will evaluate this value in the function, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. By now, I find the vertex. So I have now the line of symmetry, I know the vertex, then I need to continue to know where's my graph. Let's see now this example here. Yeah, now y equal, this is here now, y equal x squared minus 6x plus 4. Let's see now how can we graph this function. The first one, find the first step here, find the axis of symmetry. So to graph this function, we need to find the axis of symmetry. So all of us know that if we have, this is our x-axis, we need to find where's the line of symmetry. Where's the line that's cut the shape into, or it's make a shape into two equal halves, like a mirror. To find the axis of symmetry, what did we say? X equal negative b over 2a. Now look at my function here. The function is y equal x squared minus 6x plus 4. What does it mean? From this one, that's mean a is 1, b is negative 6, and c is positive 4. These are now a, b, and c. A is 1, b is negative 6, and c is positive 4. Now, so x is negative b. Where is b? It's negative 6 over 2 times 1. 6 over 2 is 3. So what does it mean? At x equal 3, at x equal 3, this is our axis of symmetry. So I will come back here now. We said that this is our points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. At the point x equal 3, this is our line or our axis of symmetry. This is the first step. I find the axis of symmetry. The second step now. After we may finish this step, after we finish it, find the coordinates of the vertex. We need to find the point that the vertex, the lowest point or the maximum point of the shape. They told me now to find the vertex. Before that, we said that x equal 3. Which when we use x equal negative b over 2a, we said that x equal 3. What does it mean? That means if I need to write the vertex, x, it's each vertex, it has 2 points, x and y. X is written, it's a 3. I need to find y. To find y,
0.
what? No, it's not 0. 0, it's here. It has a number. How we find it? Come back to our function. Our function is y equal x, x squared minus 6x plus 4. They told me to find y, you have to use this value, this number, which is a 3, and substitute it here. 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 4. So just evaluate the 3, which we found it before, here. It comes like 9 minus 18, which is negative 9, plus 4, which is negative 5. So the y here is negative 5. This is the y coordinate. So by now, I find the vertex. So the vertex here is at 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5. This is now the vertex. It's okay. After that, I said thank you to B. They told me about the vertex. They told me about where where's the axis of symmetry. So I say to B, thank you so much. I take what I needed from you. Then I come back to A. So here B, from B we know that where's the axis of symmetry and where is the vertex. Now let's come back to A, which is 1. This A, it tell me what? It tell me that the function is open, their hands were upward. So if you make the function like this, it is wrong. A, it tell me that this is oppositive, so it's open their hands upward. I tell them, okay, thank you so much. I know now my graph, it must be upward. Thank you for A. Now, okay, after that, well, okay, I know it's upward. It's like this, or it is like this, or it is like this. I don't have enough idea. So what I have to do, then I need now to find other 2 points on the graph. To find the points here, I need at least 3 points to sketch the graph. Now, one of them is the vertex. I need now to find another point. This another point, we call them the y-intercept. So we need to find other 2 points. One of them is the y-intercept. How can we find the y-intercept?
Teacher, it had a formula. Just using the slope.
Yeah, but here from this function, yes. Now, what is the meaning of y-intercept? Who can tell me what's the meaning of y-intercept? Is it when x equals 0 or y equals 0?
Y equal to 0.
Are you sure? What, to find the y-intercept, that's mean when x equals 0. So after that, let's come back. When x equals 0, let's now evaluate in our function here. Y equal x squared minus 6x plus 4. 0 minus 6 times 0 plus 4. This is y. So y is equal to what? To 4. That's why I told you at the beginning here that C, if there's a B, C, tell me about the y-intercept. So the y-intercept here is 0 from. So the other points now, here, the graph intercept this point. So as I told you, this is, I need to graph this function. I need the 3 points. The first point is a vertex. The second point is the y-intercept. To find the vertex, we find C from negative b over 2a. This value of x, we found it by negative b over 2a. Let's evaluate it with y. If we evaluate it with the function, we find the vertex. But when x is 0, when evaluated with y, or the function, we find the y-intercept. I told you we need 3 points. I found 2 points. Let's go now to find another, or the third point, sorry. To find the third point, let's choose a number from my mind as an example at x equal 1. So we say, okay, at x equal 1, come back to our function. Y equal x squared minus 6x plus 4. 1 squared minus 6 plus 4. This means 1 minus 5 plus 4. It is 1 minus, 1 minus 6. It's negative 5 plus 4. It's negative 1. So when x is 1, y is negative 1. So my new coordinate is 1, negative 1. 1, negative 1. Where's 1, negative 1? It is here. I draw now, I have now 3 points. Let's connect between them. Make a mirror here. This is now will be my function or my graph of my function. Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
A bit confused, يعني.
Yes, it's
Why?
a bit confusing.
Because it is the first time. Inshallah, more examples you will understand more. What's your question?
يعني why I'm using the vertex? Why I'm using x to be like the axis of symmetry instead of y? Like here you said, teacher, there is a formula to find the vertex.
Yes.
So you make x equal, not
Yeah.
y equal. Why? And when b is occurred, so the axis of symmetry would be on x.
When it is here, no, it's me like if it is, I told you yesterday, if it's we start with y equal x squared, it's mean it is on the y-axis. Why? Because here there's nothing. It is 0. Or you can say it's not like this. Here you can say that if we said y equal something, that's mean the shape or the axis of symmetry is y-axis or parallel to the y-axis, or you can say it's vertically. If we said y equal 3x squared, this one, since I started with y, that's mean it could be on the y-axis or parallel to the y-axis, or you can say vertically. But if you say x equal 3y squared, since you start with x, it's mean the axis of symmetry is horizontally. So here it is it is vertically. It's like this. It could be here, 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 here. It's okay. So I need now to find the vertex. I need to find the axis of symmetry. To find the axis of symmetry, okay, it is, as you see here, it's intercept x-axis. Because it's intercept the x-axis, I need to find x, which is negative b over 2a. Let's clean here.
Teacher, in the previous lesson, we took y equal x squared plus 3 or x squared or only x squared. So the axis of symmetry was at the origin, 0, 0.
Yes.
But if there were 3, I would shift to the point, either up or down.
Yeah, this is if there's no b. But if there's a b, okay, this b, it tell me about the y-intercept. Like, what did I say here? So since, I will repeat, since now the function is y equal x squared minus 6x plus 4, since I'm started with y, so the axis of symmetry here, it is vertically. Let's say in particular, it is vertically. So particularly, it is vertically. If there's no b here, you say it is on the y-axis. So every time, if you start with y, the axis of symmetry is vertically a line, or is a vertical line. If it is x equals something, it's horizontal line. Now, since it is vertical, as you see in this graph here,
Teacher, vertical and horizontal, you mean the direction of the U shape or how
No,
it is
the line,
on the line?
no, wait. Here, this is the mean of vertical. This is the mean of horizontal. If you start with x equal y squared minus 3y plus 4, this is for horizontal. If you said y equal x squared minus 6x plus 4, this is the vertical. It will be vertical.
Yes, okay.
Okay, now here, let's come back now. Here. Now, I told you now, it must be vertical. Okay, since it's vertical, so it cut or it touch the x-axis. Since it touched the x-axis, so I need 2 points for the vertex. I need x and y. They told me to find the x, use this formula, negative b over 2a. This one, this value, after you find it, evaluate on the function. That's we have.